What is going on, guys, and welcome to the 6th episode of the Nintendo Nite podcast. I'm joined today by some awesome people to discuss everything that has happened in the month of October in terms of Nintendo news. So yeah, let's introduce the people that we've got here. We've got Ghostly Ghouling.
Hello, everyone.
We've got Endgame the Cube.
Or Happy Halloween!
Yes. And yeah, we've pretty much only got us three here this time around. It's pretty interesting. Yep. Usually we have a lot more people, but I guess people are busy, and a lot of people haven't responded to our DMs either. So it'll just be us three, and I think it'll be good though, because to be honest, there isn't a lot of stuff to talk about. Like, there's not a whole bunch of stuff that's happened this month. We've got a Pokemon interview, we've got a Switch rumor, we've got a Smash leak, and that's really about it. There isn't a lot of other stuff to talk about. But yeah, so let me look at the show notes.
The November
here.
one, that's gonna be pretty good.
Oh yeah, that one's gonna be lit, bro.
Yeah, we'll give our Pokemon impressions. We'll give the Smash Bros. Direct review.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so.
So yeah, looking at the show notes, I know Zach, you said you had to leave pretty early, right? So
yeah.
Out of all of these things on the show notes, what do you want to talk about? Because
I want to talk about that Smash leak.
All right, let's start with it. So
let's do it.
We got this Smash leak here. Now, the thing about the Smash leak is we understand if some people do not want to be spoiled, if you don't want to hear us talking about potential leaks and stuff like that for Smash Bros, what characters are going to be in the final version, then leave the stream right now, because we're probably going to talk about this for the next, 15-20 minutes, and I'm probably going to put pictures of it on screen right now too. So definitely leave the stream if you don't want to talk about that. But yeah, besides that,
but if you enjoy good leaks, then definitely stick around, because it is a good leak.
Yeah, it's definitely insane.
We finally got something fun to talk. I feel like all the leaks so far have been pretty boring with Smash Ultimate, and this is the first one that's genuinely interesting.
Even if it ends up being fake, it's fun.
Yeah, just because of the content in it, and the fact that it's so crazy with all the evidence. Nothing's been proven or disproven completely yet.
Yeah,
it seems like most of the most of the Smash Bros. Leaks these days are just text and just people talking. Just about oh, I work for this, without any proof or whatsoever. They say, okay, this person's not going to be in. So this is very, very, very credible so far.
Okay, so
exactly.
Does anyone have a picture of it? Can you send it to me? Because I don't have a picture of the leak with me right now.
I don't know. I don't have a picture.
Let me get one out for you.
Yeah, if you find it, send it to me in the Nintendo Nite Discord channel, and I'll put it on stream.
Yes.
I'm gonna Google it because I can't find it. I have it on my iPhone, but I'm on my Mac, so let me see.
Okay, 1 second. I just
Smash Bros.
Yeah, just send me the picture file.
Man, one of the top results already is the Grinch leak. Even
that's ridiculous, bro.
It broke the internet. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
really
I've got
good.
the picture.
All right, but what we can talk about though is just the leak in general before we get the picture. So what happened was, I think it originated from Snapchat, right? That's where the leak started, and I think it was some French person who uploaded this picture.
All right, I got the picture
Snapchat. Okay.
It was from a guy who works at a French printing company. I forget the name of the printing company. And he just took a picture of a print that obviously advertised the finalized roster for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And obviously it was meant for just his friends, but clearly it's Smash Bros. And when you see Smash Bros, it's gonna get out there. So whether this guy meant to do harm or not, it's definitely doing stuff. Assuming it's real, of course.
Mm-hmm. He might have just wanted to share it with his friends or whatever, but obviously someone's gonna screenshot it and share it with the world.
And
very unique outlet to choose Snapchat. It's always Reddit or 4chan.
Yeah, it is.
And it's we're getting a Snapchat leak this time. All right.
Especially Snapchat. That's so random and interesting that it's Snapchat out of all things. It could have been YouTube, Reddit, all those typical things, but it's a Snapchat.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, so here is the leak. I'm trying to get it on screen right now. All right, so there it is. So if you guys didn't know, this is the leak. It's basically a picture of the Smash Everyone Is Here poster, but the new characters here that come from this leak are Shadow, Banjo-Kazooie, Isaac, Ken, Mach Rider, Gino, and the Chorus Kids. So, let's just talk about the characters, I guess. How do you feel about these potential characters.
I love, like, I feel like it's so nice and balanced because, like, you have, you know, like the Echo Fighters that were a good choice. Like, obviously Ken was going to get in. Like, everyone kind of knew. It's been out of the bag for a long time. Whether this leak is fake or real, Ken is still going to be in the game. He's, like, the only one that we can know.
Speaking of Ken, real quick, I still believe that other. You guys remember that other leak with Ken in the screenshot?
Yeah.
I still personally think that that's also real.
Yeah, I think we decided when we talked about that was probably real too.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, Ken in Shadow, like Shadow's just so nice. A lot of people want like another Sonic rep, and it's like Shadow's a good echo for Sonic because they're built like the same way, so you can easily put that in there and like throw in. And like if we got Ken, a second Street Fighter, we got what's it called, Richter or whatever. Yeah, it's like he would have made total sense. And then you have the characters that are fan favorites, like Banjo-Kazooie and Isaac and Gino, that are just like everyone wanted so badly. And then you have some obscure ones like Mach Rider. No one expected that. That seems like something Sakurai would do, where he like brings in this random character that no one saw coming, and that would be like the retro rep for this game, right? That we always get. Exactly. Like last game, it was Duck Hunt Dog. And before that, it was Rob, and then before that was Mr. Game & Watch. So this would like be so cohesive with the Smash Bros. Series as a whole, with like having a retro character in every game. And then you have the Chorus Kids, which there's a lot of evidence actually that these characters were cut from Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS. Like there's some data left over. But they're I wouldn't say they're fan favorites, but even though they are famous for the leaks that were going on back in the Smash 4 days. They're just very obscure, but cool characters. So I like it. It's like you have the weird characters, you have the fan favorites, and then you have the characters that just make sense. It's perfect.
Okay.
It's like there's no complaints here.
So you all think it's probably real, right? Like with all the other evidence?
Oh man, yeah. I'm probably about like I want to be about 90%, 95-ish% sure that this is probably real. But there are some I believe it's real.
Yeah, that's a pretty high percentage. Like, I feel like, for me personally, like I said in my video yesterday, I think 70% real, 30% fake is how I feel.
Yeah, I'm like 70, 75, 80, I don't know. What's very weird about this leak, like, one, it's so, like, you can't really disprove it or anything, right? But, like, if you look, like, every single insider is coming out and saying that this is fake. Like, Emily Rogers today said it was fake. Liam Robertson said it, like all the top tier leakers, Vergaben, are all denying it. And like maybe they're wrong and they totally could be, but I just think that's very interesting. Like it's literally like all the insiders are saying it's fake, then all the people that aren't insiders, I guess, I don't know, like are just saying it's real.
Yeah, I find that pretty crazy. I didn't know about that until you just mentioned it.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, today Emily Rogers.
And those are some pretty big people too. So now that you say that, my maybe I don't believe it as much.
Yeah, because I remember, like, bro, I remember with Emily Rogers when we were talking about when Pokemon Switch was gonna get revealed. Everybody was telling her, "Is it still gonna be May?" And she's like, "It's definitely gonna be May." And you know, she nailed that thing correctly. So if she's really saying that this is fake, you know,
she also nailed Smash Ultimate as well. She was like, "You guys are in for a treat. You have no idea what's about to happen." And sure enough, we were in for a treat, and we didn't know what was going to happen. So
she referred to Smash
Ultimate game.
Yeah, she said it was going to be the ultimate game. So
yep. And another thing that a lot of people at least, I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but the Grinch artwork. So for those of you, real quick, who aren't familiar with what the Grinch has to do with Smash Bros. The Grinch is going to be in Smash Bros. Confirmed right now.
Yeah, that's totally what it is.
No, there's another print of a supposedly unseen or there's a Grinch render that we haven't seen yet, basically. Which it turns out that I think here in the U.S. we haven't seen it yet, but apparently other places, I think in like the U.K. or I don't know, some other places, apparently that render's already been released.
I'm trying to get a picture of the leak right now with like the Grinch and everything.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have a picture of that, let me send it over.
Which okay,
like the one that like people screenshotted from Snapchat.
I don't have that on me right now.
I have a diagram, but it like that shows it, but
I have a diagram that shows why it could be real. So I'll put that up on the screen right now because let me get that picture because that I downloaded that like a few days ago. Let me put that up. So that would be this picture right here. So there is pretty much a lot of the big stuff that people have been saying as to why they think that this is real. And if we take a look at it, the first thing, let me get rid of the other leak in the background. There we go. Okay, so the first thing is what people were able to do is somehow they found out the person's name from the leak that was posted on Snapchat, and then they connected it with like his LinkedIn profile and all that stuff, and they found out that the company that he works with, Marina, is linked to Bandai Namco, which we know Bandai Namco makes the Smash games.
And did you hear that like that company denied that he works there and that he's been gone since 2016?
Marina basically made an official statement stating that person hasn't worked there since I think they said November 2016.
Yeah, I think like that. I remember hearing about that.
But what's weird is that he still works at a printing firm.
He works.
So this could still be real.
He works at a different printing company, and the other company that's been that he's been found at that he works at is I think somebody called in that place, and they basically confirmed yes, he does in fact work at the other place. I don't remember what the other place's name off the top of my head. So if for viewers out there, if you remember the name of the printing company, please comment it and let us know so we can remember.
Yeah,
I think I can like.
And
this, so I'm gonna try
to and then he allegedly, I think I saw Liam Robertson tweet this that he was contacted by people, and they asked if he leaked it, and he said no. But at the same time, you would definitely deny that because you would be fired if you actually leaked it, and you would lose your job, and that would be fun. Yeah. So it's kind of hard. Like there's nothing that really like empirically says like this is fake, but there's nothing that really says this is real. It's literally what you choose to believe.
ACP PLV. Thanks, Sonic Crafter King. That's what the company is called.
Okay.
That's what the printing company is called.
A little bit. So this is all the other evidence that we have as to why people are saying it's real. The first thing is if we take out the echoes, which are presumably going to be Ken and Shadow, there would be exactly 5 newcomers. And so if 5 newcomers come with 1 stage each, it would bring the total that we already know about right now, which is 103 to 108. And that was mentioned in Koro Koro like a few weeks ago that there's a total of 108 stages in the game apparently.
Okay.
So that would make sense. Then also, let me see what else. It says here, if there are 7 newcomers, there would be a total of 77 characters with the characters that we have now. Then add the random button, so there would be 78. So they would be able to perfectly arrange them in a 6x13 grid, like on the character select screen. And if they did that, all 12 of the original like characters would be at the top. I don't really see that as a reason for why it could be real, but I guess it would be a cool thing if it did turn out.
Coincidentally, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. And then apparently here it also talks about, I'm going to try to zoom into this more, but there's like a 4chan leak that someone posted where he said a whole bunch of like insane stuff, but then said Shadow and Ken are echoes, Isaac is in, Chorus Kids are in, Gino is in, Mach Rider's in, Banjo is in, and those are all the characters that we know right now in this leak. So
yeah, it's just crazy how all this goes together, and yet we like this is just such crazy. This is such a crazy,
and then the
crazy
other thing,
leak.
Right here in the middle, it says Sakurai shares a recent mech toy purchase that he made and teases that it's related to his work. So people are saying that connects with Mach Rider.
Could very well.
Yeah, I think Zach mentioned that on a podcast like a while back.
Yeah, I was like, what the heck does that toy have to do with anything? It has like, because it's Smash Bros. Is a project, so I was wondering what the heck that actually meant. Maybe it is Mach Rider. That would make sense.
It would make sense because what was it? That toy that he purchased was in like 2017, and the roster would have already been finalized by then.
Yeah,
so
most likely.
He would have known Mach Rider's in.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that is pretty much all the evidence that people are saying as to why it's real. But then of course we also have the fake evidence as to why it's fake.
And the biggest fake evidence that's obviously confirms that this is fake is the fact that the picture is blurry.
Yeah, that's really what everyone keeps saying. It's blurry, so it's fake. But the thing about that is
Oh my god!
Every leak that we get is fake, bro. Like that. Like
yeah,
they're all blurry.
I saw like the dumbest thing where someone said that like it's fake because the clouds look different if you use a blurring filter in Photoshop. Like,
exactly. Like I don't understand, bro.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to find out.
Like, there's way more evidence that you could use that's more solid.
I mean,
than, like, the clouds look different or it's blurry. Like, say, like, bring up Sakurai's comments. Bring up the fact that every leaker says it's fake. Like, don't say it's because the clouds. Like, that's so stupid.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you guys this also. If you guys remember this, the ESRB leak.
Yep, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Guess what other leak was freaking?
I know.
So people,
and like,
there's kind of a. Said it was blurry. And see, the thing about this was, I remember when everybody was talking about this, they were saying Mr. Game & Watch's hand looks like it's going into Wario's portrait, so the leak is fake.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember like, people were saying that, and I was like, no, that's definitely not the case. That's just Wario's shoulder.
Exactly. I know, and then there was like people said like the lines looked a little bit different on the fourth player screen, and that's
that was actually true.
That's funny because that actually only supported it more because in the final game that was exactly how it was. Too.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like these things. It's just
because you can see right here the CPU line under Kirby or whatever is thicker than the other two. But the thing about that was this was actually like a known bug that was in the game at the time because I think at E3 or there was some point where people were able to play a demo of Smash 3DS early, and there was a video that someone recorded of them on the character select screen, and you could literally see that thick line on the fourth character. So it was a known bug at that time.
Yeah, which is crazy. Like,
well, I've noticed too that like, and this is just a coincidence, but it's like very similar, this whole situation, to that ESRB leak. Like I remember the Gamatsu leak back then was like the inevitable leak. Like we were gonna get Chorus Kids and like whatever that leak said, it was gonna be true. And then it was just blown out by the ESRB leak. And it kind of reminds me of this situation where like everyone was thinking the box theory, like Vergaben, and like nothing against Vergaben, obviously, but like everyone was thinking he was gonna be right. Like Incineroar was inevitable, and then the roster was gonna be finished. And like all the leakers were saying like it contradicted what leakers were saying. That's basically what I'm saying. And this one contradicts what leakers are saying again.
Yeah, because the Gamatsu leak, I remember like predicted some of the more insane characters. Like, didn't the Gamatsu leak also say that Wii Fit was going to be a character?
Yeah, it was so like right on.
Yeah,
and then
exactly. And everybody was crashed and burned. Like, yeah, everyone was like, all right, you already predicted Wii Fit, you already predicted Greninja, so this leak has to be real. And then once we got to like Shulk's reveal, I think it got disproven or something.
Well, I think it said Shulk was going to be in too.
Oh, I think,
but it was like the leak.
After,
it was
after, because yeah, there was Duck Hunt and all the other characters, right?
Yeah, like there's something. Yeah, basically the ESRB leak completely contradicted the Gamatsu leak, which was inevitable, and this new leak contradicts Vergaben and like all the others what they've been saying. It's very similar.
Or maybe I think didn't the Gamatsu leak also say that Chorus Kids were going to be a fighter in Smash 4?
Yeah, the Chorus. Yeah,
exactly. So then I think
and now they're here. No.
I think the leak that happened then I think might have been just like kind of like the planned like roster, I guess, for Smash 4, and then after like they just like thought about other stuff and figured out characters that wouldn't work, they were like, it's not going to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it was so right on that maybe there were just some cuts or something. Just like I think Vergaben's right, but like maybe he didn't hear about the other characters and all the other leakers, same thing.
Just like very possible.
Yeah. But maybe Incineroar was cut. I don't know.
I mean, the good thing though is we're inevitably getting Smash news very soon. Like there's still so much left that they have to show us. And the game's coming out literally in like less than a month, or not less than a month, but like really close to a month now. So they're going to have to reveal everything soon because they promised that they're going to show the whole roster before the game comes out. So
I've heard November 8th
or something.
Like November 8th is going to be,
Yeah, I think there was a leak that somebody said supposedly, but I'm not 100% sure on that leak either, but November 8th potentially.
Yeah.
And supposedly, I think that same leak, assuming we're talking about the same one, said something about a 100 fact extravaganza or something like that for this one.
I didn't see that. I've just seen like all the people that like say a direct is happening soon, like, and they have the date and it's always right. they're saying now the next Direct is going to be this. And it might be a normal Nintendo Direct, but it could be a Smash Bros. Direct as well. But I'm thinking it's going to be Smash Bros. Direct.
I think it's going to be Smash Bros. Because we just had a Nintendo Direct, and what could you possibly really talk about?
Yeah, and there isn't other stuff for Nintendo to reveal, like, in terms of this year, I don't think.
Yeah, I think Nintendo just needs to, like, focus on that Smash Brothers. And we'll get in, like, January, we can see, like, Animal Crossing and more and all that good stuff.
The September Direct that we had from Nintendo pretty much went into games that are coming out early 2019 also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, like, there really isn't anything else
left. Pixel saying that Animal Crossing is going to come out earlier than we think. Yes.
I mean, I don't doubt him at that point, because what I've noticed right now is Nintendo really likes to do... what they like to do now with their reveals is they like to reveal the game and then have it come out in a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So I think that's why they planned Animal Crossing's reveal so late, like in September. But now, like, it'll be out, I think, maybe like even midsummer or around that time next year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because that's basically what they're trying to do around. Like, last year they showed off Mario Odyssey in January, and then we got it in a few months in October. This month they showed off Smash in March. We're getting it in December, just a few months later. So they really like doing that. They don't like doing the thing where, like with Smash 4, they showed it off at E3 2013, but it came out in November of 2014. So you have to wait like over a year.
Yeah.
I think it could depend on the game too, because like we did have last year we had Metroid Prime 4 that was announced, and we still haven't heard jack about that game. So
that is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think though that like had to just do with trying to get people hyped for the Switch, because that was the first year of the Switch last year.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably just trying to get people excited.
They were ruthless with Animal Crossing. They didn't care that they didn't reveal until now. So I feel like they were really ready. Like, it's really going to come out. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt that it's definitely coming out next year. I don't. If anything, if it does get delayed, assuming it's not like a holiday release, it'll probably just get delayed like by a month or two, if that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that Animal Crossing is definitely super close. Yes. Not too much longer, we will be playing the next Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, you guys are gonna be really hype about that.
Oh yeah, I'm already hype about it. I mean, geez, I've been waiting for them to finally announce that it's coming out next year. Not that I didn't know that already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I guess that'll do it for the Smash leak. Do you guys have anything else you want to add to it?
Better be real, because Banjo-Kazooie's there. That's it.
I just hope it's real. Like, I don't think it's been a really long time since I've like really wanted a leak like this to be real.
I know, it's like so good.
I think
just
like, it's kind of depressing. Like, if it's not real, then the other one is real, which means like we'll get just Incineroar and Ken.
Yeah, then like everyone's gonna start going back to like the box theory and like 2 more characters left and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The lame theory.
We'll know very soon. Thank goodness.
Just,
like,
I don't know. I feel like this makes sense too, though, because they'd have to reveal all the characters, and if they only had like 2 characters left to reveal, I just feel like it wouldn't have made sense if the last like direct final blowout that's gonna like come before this game releases shows less characters than just some random August direct. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Plus, they just like the box theory isn't very cohesive with like what Sakurai's kind of done with this game so far, of like making people's dreams come true. You know, like it's like making people's dream come true, like all the way up, and then at the end he just slaps you in the face. I don't know. It's weird.
The thing about the box theory that I don't understand is, if you guys know like the whole poster that leaked for this thing right now, there's actually like official multiple versions of that poster. Like the one that they had at E3 with like Ridley and just the other characters, it didn't have those gaps and all those spaces where they put like Simon and all the other characters later.
Oh yeah, no, they didn't.
Yeah,
so it's not like you can tell. So they have multiple versions of this. So I just think why wouldn't they have multiple versions of the box art? You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's exactly it. It's just like people are really trying to. They're really trying to push it, like with these theories and stuff. And in reality, it's just simply not the case.
Exactly. Yep. So
could you imagine, like, we got all of this, and then at the Game Awards they reveal like a DLC character that's like really big too? Oh my god.
Yes, that would be.
Can finally get Shrek inside of Smash Brothers.
And then Thanos will be DLC.
Like, yes.
But,
oh my god.
I guess we can kind of move from the leak to just like a little bit about the direct, because we all think that there's a Smash Direct coming, right? So
Yeah.
Like,
Yep, I
what
do
are some
believe
of
that.
the predictions that you have as to like what you think we can expect, like besides characters? Like,
Well, obviously the spirits mode, and I'm
definitely, yeah.
thinking details on the online mode. I don't know if you guys saw, but a pamphlet for the game for Smash Brothers in Japan was like shown today, and it said that there's going to be a 32-player online mode.
Yep,
Yeah,
we were just talking about that
yeah.
actually right before we started.
Yeah, so they'll probably talk about that, which is crazy, and it
I
leads me
feel
to
like it's
believe that
referring
maybe
to tournaments, right? Like tourneys.
yeah, like I hope that the online mode or the online multiplayer is solid and not laggy. Like I hope they say there's dedicated servers now or something.
Yeah, that would be
I
amazing.
doubt it.
I
but
hope so. That would be such a freaking fantastic announcement by itself if they literally just talked about, by the way, Ching has official servers and be
Yeah.
like, oh my god, Nintendo's not cheap for once.
yeah, like they need to do it. I mean, the game is so big that there needs to be dedicated servers. It's just there's too many problems. Like for a game of this caliber and like they're gonna make so much money. They can afford to make sure the online mode works for once.
Be funny if in the direct that you just see by the way, and then like a rumbling effect. We're still using peer-to-peer.
So, do you guys think that the secret mode that they showed off, like that they teased, do you think that's a story mode? Like
yes,
both of you think that's a story mode?
Well, I think it's either a boss rush mode or it's a story mode, not to the length of Subspace Emissary, but rather like a glorified Smash Melee type story mode with a little bit more. Yeah, adventure mode, pretty much. I
love that.
I think it's going to be a better adventure mode with maybe the possibility of alternate pathways, maybe alternate like stages or something, kind of like how classic mode I guess was in Smash Wii U, except better. I don't know how to explain it like very briefly, but I do believe that it's going to be more or less like Melee, but with alternative branching paths.
I just need the cutscenes, man.
See,
I just
oh my god, yeah.
Like I need the cutscenes. Like I can't even imagine like how cool they would be to have like HD cutscenes with all these characters interacting.
Yeah.
Like I want to see like Bowser and King K. Rool fighting over something, and like Snake and
I know. See what
like that would be so cool.
I know. I like was thinking too, since there's like a lot of characters to reveal, right? If this Grinch leak is true, of course. It would be so cool if like they tied it into like the story mode. So they showed it, and then like all of a sudden, like the chorus kids just like run up out of nowhere and like try to trip and troll like Wario or something, and then it says like the thing, and it's like we watch these like cutscenes, and it reveals both all the characters and then the story mode, and then they talk about the story mode and like all that'd be, and it could be one big cinematic to finish. That just
I do.
Once.
That's also the thing with the characters. Do you think that they're gonna show all 7 of these if they're real, like in just one?
Yeah, like that's the thing. That would be the most in Smash Bros. History that they've ever shown. Like they've never shown that many characters in like one presentation.
Exactly. Like because I can see.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see them opening up with one character, ending with another, and then having the echoes just as 2 like in like a section between. But like when else would they reveal like 2, like 3 or 4 like more just completely new characters?
There might be a potential Nintendo Direct in December, if anything, and that would reveal the remainder of the characters. But that would you said one beginning, one end, right? With 2 echoes, so that's 4 characters. We'd still be missing 3 characters. Assuming that we're going based off the leak, by the way.
Yeah, and then people said like they might just show the trailers for those at the Game Awards.
Maybe they could do. Yeah, maybe they could do like the reveals, like the 2 echoes, and then the 2 comers in the Smash Bros. Direct. And then have a Nintendo Direct with like 2 characters revealed, and then the final one could be like Banjo could be shown at the. I don't know.
I mean, I guess. I mean, the thing about
I don't know.
Is, like by the
game,
it's very.
I just feel like the game's already going to be so close because the Game Awards is on December 6th. So there's going to be people out there who already have Smash Ultimate in their hands.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe they should streamline the reveals and do it all at once in one like 10, 15 minutes, and that also reveals the story mode if there's the story mode. I think that.
I don't know. I feel like It's really hard to really say, because what I'm thinking of is, for the most part, these trailers for the characters have been pretty consistent. So like they would show off either one or two characters, but they would if it shows off two characters, they'd be from the same franchise. And I'm talking about the Castlevania trailer, by the way, obviously.
Yeah.
But then there's been trailers for Smash Wii U, where if you can even consider this, like really consider this, like the Lucina trailer and the
And Captain Falcon. I remember
that.
that.
Yeah,
Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
Captain Falcon was thrown in there as well, and then we got Robin. Sorry, I was having a brain fart, but yeah. So like, we haven't really seen much trailers that kind of mix characters from different franchises in yet, and that's why I'm thinking very hard to decide or figure out how they're going to do this without doing that.
Because Captain Falcon was an old character, though, you know, it wasn't like a completely.
Yeah, but what I meant at the time was we hadn't known he was in the game, and they kind of like that was their way of re-announcing him for Smash Wii U. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, and yeah. I feel like it would be smart if they because a lot of people are thinking these trailers have something to do with the story mode because of like Luigi dying, and then it's called Spirits mode in Mario and dying and like Spirits. You know, that'd be cool.
See, I was thinking that, but then as soon as we saw the Isabelle trailer, no one died in there.
Yeah, but Isabelle was kind of like, that's not her character, so it kind of was meant to be. I think that was just an outlier.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of other stuff...
There was another...
What were you saying?
What?
No, you can go.
Well, there was this one theory that kind of would make sense, where like, we're still going to get these characters revealed, but like this Grinch theory is real, but at the same time... some of them are DLC and some of them are in the base game, and so it would split it up. So you would have less reveals. So you get like Gino and Ken and Shadow and like one other character, and then like the Chorus Kids and Isaac will be in DLC, some kind of thing like that.
Yeah, I could see them doing that.
Yeah, and like basically the mural is going to be for C characters and the base roster to make it look more awesome.
But do you guys really think that they would do that? And because if they were to do that, they'd probably have to announce characters and then announce DLC afterwards. But then there would be characters in the mural before they actually are officially released. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, like maybe what they could do is just say like Chorus Kids, Isaac, and Banjo. Banjo would deserve their own trailer though. Like, you know, these characters are on the way as DLC in 2019, and it shows their little like models or whatever. Okay. And then it would show that at the very end of the direct, all the characters.
With Mewtwo.
Yeah, that makes sense. I could see them doing that.
Yeah.
But besides that, really the only other things that I can predict for a Smash Direct is they still have to show like Master Hand and Crazy Hand and all that stuff.
Yeah, they do.
Like they have to show like a little bit more of classic mode and like all-star mode and events and all that stuff. So
yeah, I believe somebody said, I forget what the source is, if this was a rumor or a leak or something, I forget, but apparently classic mode is going back to how it originally was, I think.
No, it is. They talked about that in the August direct.
Did they? I don't even remember.
I don't
remember.
For 20 seconds, he just said like classic mode returns, and if you looked at it, it was basically like with Brawl, where like they just have a flow chart of like all the characters you go through.
I think that's the best way to do it, anyways. I thought that Smash Wii U.
Oh, I hated
Smash
that.
Wii U Classic.
Yeah,
I know the
like,
single player modes were terrible in Smash 4.
Well, on the Wii U, I just didn't like how you moved the board against like a group of characters on the board or whatever. The 3DS one, the 3DS one was okay though, because it was like a path that you were walking on, and you would just choose which one. That was all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like Brawl's the best. Or like just like the normal one where it goes through like a chart.
Yep.
Man, we're gonna have so much anxiety when we like enter. Because like the second it starts, like something's gonna get dispersed. Like if they show Incineroar right away, goodbye.
It's over, yeah.
Like
everything.
to this it's done. Like see ya.
I mean,
and if they don't show anyone, then we're gonna be like biting our nails like until our hand is off. Like we're gonna be just shaking, like waiting for the inevitable to happen.
Yeah, here's
like,
the other thing
for someone to happen.
is here's the thing. Regardless of whether or not a Smash Direct or a Nintendo Direct, when they announce a character and if it fits in with the leak, assuming, let's say, for example, they show off Gino, and then they show off Chorus Kids, or they show off Ken and Shadow, and they don't decide. They decide not to talk about the other ones. That's still we will still know whether this is real or not, because all we got to do is look at the banner and see if those art matches, if the art of them matches with the leak.
Yeah,
and if it doesn't, then it automatically disproves the leak.
Exactly.
Yeah. And man, if watch Sakurai like troll and like not show anyone for like a while. Like we start off and he's like, actually, we'll get to that later on.
Oh God, don't even say that.
He's gonna be smirking. He's gonna have his little smirk that he gives, and he's gonna be like talking about everything.
He's gonna look behind him.
Oh, we have one more thing to announce, and it's either gonna be Incineroar or it's gonna be something insane like Banjo-Kazooie, and like we're not gonna know until the end. Oh my God! And he's gonna show Ken as like an Echo Fighter. Oh my God!
Here's exactly what I'm predicting. It's gonna be in the same room as the August Smash Direct. He's gonna be in that same room, and he's gonna be like, actually, I have one more thing to announce. And then the camera zooms in on the chairs, and then Waluigi becomes a playable character.
And there it is.
Yeah. One thing's for sure, though. Skull Kid is dead. No.
Oof.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that about covers it for Smash. We can move on to the next thing. Anything else you want to discuss first, Zach? You want to discuss the Switch rumor, or do you want to discuss the Pokemon interview?
I guess we could do the Switch model.
Yeah, because I don't think there's going to be a lot of stuff we can talk about for this. But basically, if you guys don't know, there was a rumor that came out in the beginning of this month where apparently people were telling the Wall Street Journal, and this is like the quote from the article. It said, "Suppliers and others with direct knowledge of the plan have told that Nintendo is planning on releasing a new Switch model in 2019. So this is pretty interesting because I don't think a lot of people would have just seen this, because I remember I woke up and I just saw people were tweeting this to me saying like a new Switch is coming, and I was like, what? Like, it makes no sense.
Yeah.
But the thing about this is, like, I was talking with Ghostly Gaming like right before the stream. There's really two ways that I can see them going with this, where it's either a more powerful Switch that'll come out next year, or like a more affordable one that could come out next year. So which of those two do you think it's going to be?
I think the more powerful one sounds more like the rumor, because they mentioned like they might have a higher resolution on the screen, and that would make it more expensive. So it sounds like their overall goal with this is to like make a Switch that's just more like powerful. But I don't know. It might be a little upgrade, like, you know, the DS Lite, where like you get a better screen, you get that goodness, but like it's not really extra powerful. You know, it's not like a new 3DS, where like the new 3DS is has exclusives and everything like that or whatever. Yeah. So I think it'll probably go along with their kind of traditional way of doing things, where the screen's a bit better, maybe the controller's a bit more comfortable. It's just a bit nice. For
me, I believe that we're going to get a controller upgrade, a resolution upgrade, and I feel like it will be probably slightly more powerful, kind of like the PS Pro. It's going to be like the Pro version of the Switch, I believe. It's going to be around the same. If it's going to be around the same size as the current Switch model. I'm probably one of the few that think that, but I think it's going to be around the same size. I feel like because I think we all know that the controllers on the Switch, the Joy-Cons, suck still, and that I still have problems every now and then with the Joy-Cons getting disconnected and whatnot when I'm playing games.
I just use the Pro controller.
I use the Pro controller. That's the way to go.
Yeah, even with the Pro controller, sometimes it still screws up with me, and I'm just like, God, like this is horrible. So I feel like they really need to upgrade that. I feel like the battery is inevitable, has to get some sort of upgrade, because the battery on the Switch, it barely lasts. It's not long enough. It's not nearly not long enough. It should last a minimum of 6-7 hours, in my opinion. But no, I have no idea how they're going to do that. But there are battery packs for the Switch as well, from what I know. So they should be able to do it somehow. And then I believe that we're going to get a resolution upgrade, or if not a resolution upgrade, then I believe that games that support the Nintendo Switch Pro are going to offer probably better frame rate, if anything. I don't think we're going to get a 4K Switch. I think that's completely out of the question. But I think it's going to be a fixed 1080p for every single game. Both, it might be stretching it saying both in dock and in portable mode. So I'm going to say like they're going to probably try to aim for better frame rates, if anything, at the very least.
Yeah,
I'm hoping at least.
Another thing with that screen, I think they'll probably advertise it as having like better anti-reflection kind of technology, because I don't know if you guys have tried playing the Switch outside on a sunny day, but you can barely see it.
Yeah, I do it every now and then, but it's not that big of a deal for me. But that's where the battery comes in. Is I turn the brightness, I can see, but then the battery dies in like 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Like maybe it was because I was playing a darker game. I was playing Bayonetta though, and it was like in the sun, and I could not see at all, dude. It was annoying. So like I would love a brighter screen and like kind of better anti-reflection so that you can see the game better when you're playing outside.
It's a plastic screen. It's not a glass screen.
I also kind of personally hope the durability of the screen goes up a little bit. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have any problems with that, but for me personally, there was one time where I took it out of my backpack, I set my Switch down, and then I accidentally dropped the AC adapter for the Switch on the screen, and it barely was even high up at all. So I just took it up, picked it up like nothing of it. Looked at the screen, there was a big old dent in my screen, which is still there today.
My gosh. I have a screen protector because I know that screen is sensitive, so I have a protector. The protector's already kind of cracked.
I don't have I didn't get a protector. I guess you can call me stupid for that, but I just I don't know. I just didn't get one.
I saw the pictures of the previews, and like people were saying there was like an epidemic of it getting scratched. I was like,
yeah, and people were saying
my Switch screen is scratched as well.
The dock?
Yeah, like they were saying if you just slid it into the dock, like the plastic would scratch against it and put scratches on the screen.
Yeah, and that's happened to my Switch, but thankfully it was the protector that got hurt.
I feel like that's another thing they will definitely update for the new Switch model is the dock itself. I think there's going to be more padding in the new dock. And I believe that the dock is going to make it. Also, obviously, it's going to make it even more powerful than it already is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just think it's weird though, because I feel like the Switch is kind of similar to the 3DS in the way that they might do new systems. Where if you guys remember, the 3DS launched in 2011, and then 2 years later we actually got a more affordable version, which was the 2DS, and then 2 years after that. Wait, what is going on, bro? You all right, man?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was.
You all right, man? It sounded like you were getting.
I was grabbing something from my backpack. Sorry.
I just hear like zipping and like all these noises, bro.
Sorry.
Like, what is going
on? Yeah, I'm just getting ready. So sorry.
Okay. But yeah, like I was saying, after the 2DS, 2 years later in 2015, we got a more powerful 3DS with the new 3DS. So I was thinking they might try to do something like that this time with the Switch, where you have the normal Switch, which is like the normal 3DS. Then 2 years later, we get a more affordable one, which would be the one we get next year. And then 2 years after that, we get like an actual Pro version. But I guess it's because of the rumors saying that there's going to be like upgrades in the resolution and stuff, it'll probably be just the Pro version that we get first, and then maybe an affordable version.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking is if it's like this is like a thing to save you money for, like, say for example, like maybe $250. How much is the Switch right now? Is it $250 or is it $300?
$300. Right?
Okay, that's what I thought. I wanted to make sure because I forgot. So they're gonna make like a 250 model, or maybe even if we get lucky, like maybe like closer to 200. But I seriously doubt that. But anyways, I feel like if we do get that, it's gonna be meant for portability. The controllers are not going to slide out, but you still have the option to play it in docked mode. I feel like that's going to be the thing, but the controllers itself will be built in to the system itself. If we're just going to get a more affordable Switch.
Mm-hmm. I just think it would make sense next year to have a more affordable one, because next year is definitely going to be like the time where people are going to crave wanting a Switch, because like next year, you've got Animal Crossing and Luigi's Mansion and Generation 8 of Pokemon. Like, I feel like next year everyone's going to want to Switch for Christmas or the holidays or their birthday or whatever. So if there is a more affordable option, people would be able to get it easily,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the very least, just release like a dockless Switch, which they're doing in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe.
Mhm.
They interviewed Reggie about that.
But that goes also what I was just saying about like maybe like trying to do like almost like a portable Nintendo Switch that does have docking capabilities, but doesn't come with the dock and also doesn't come with separate controllers, where the controllers are just built into the Switch.
Yeah, they should do something like that, and maybe even release a more expensive version as well. Like have a lot of options for consumers, because there's going to be a lot of different people buying the Switch.
You know what baffles me? This is a little off topic, but what baffles me is the fact that a Switch with the game is $360 something. I'm just like, well, what's the point in getting the bundle then if it doesn't save you any money? You're literally basically just getting the game with the system at full retail price. Usually you're supposed to save money by doing that, but no, you don't.
Yep. I mean, they're making bank. Like, Nintendo's making that bank. This
generation. I wish they wouldn't make bank by doing that, though. That's kind of ridiculous. I know. See those prices.
Yeah.
But when you were talking about how they have like that dockless Switch in Japan, they interviewed Reggie about it, and he said the reason they don't have any plans of bringing that over to the West was because of just like the way that they live in Japan and like how the culture is there. Yeah, and they like just do handheld gaming more.
I think that's the dumbest reason for not.
I don't know, because they're still like
they would
in the
still
big
just
cities.
have sales from it. Like if they brought it,
like
here,
in the
people would buy it.
Yeah, in the big cities though, like a lot of people live cramped too. Like in America, like in New York, it's like people have to spend like $1 bazillion to live in like a 300 square foot apartment. So I think it would.
I don't know. I personally believe the reason why they're not doing it is because they know that people are just going to get that and they're not going to buy the dock, and they're going to end up losing potential sales. So they're just like, oh, we'll just have the dock, and we're not going to bring that over here because we're going to make more money on this. So I don't know. Nintendo seems like the company to want to do something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo likes making profit day one.
Yep, and that's why I don't believe we'll ever get a dockless Switch until maybe like way later in the Switch's lifespan. Again, if this new Switch is something more or less like that, possibly.
Yeah, let's be honest. This new Switch is probably going to be the more.
If it's appealing, I'll probably get it too. If it looks appealing.
Yeah, I'm getting that day one. I mean, if it's good,
a more powerful one, I'll get it day one. If it's like the affordable one, I don't have any reason.
It depends for me. I'm waiting for Switch hacks to become more viable still, so we'll see.
Yeah, man, getting that like perfect best experience for Animal Crossing, Pokemon Gen 8, all of it. Yes.
I mean, they could also try to do something with just the dock, where like they release a more powerful dock, but I feel like it's unlikely.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that would kind of run this, because the Switch, when it's in docked mode, sometimes the fan goes crazy trying to keep that thing cool. So I'm not sure if they could really do that, because then the fan would basically just fly out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But
we'll see.
I guess that'll do it for the Switch rumor. We're just gonna have to see what Nintendo does next year. I mean, they'll reveal it. I would think they'd have to reveal it pretty early in the year, right?
I believe they're good. They're definitely going to do it before E3. I don't think they're going to waste their time at E3 talking about a new version. I mean, they could, but I don't think so. I think we'll get it probably. We'll probably learn about it in March.
And would it be like? Do you think they'll have a whole like event on it, or do you think it's just going to be like a random day they'll just upload a trailer?
I feel like it's just going to be like a random video, like introduce it, kind of like what they did with the 2DS. It's going to be like
that weirdly broke the
Switch.
Then, like a 2DS broke the internet. That's dumb, but yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like will happen too. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yup. Next year's just gonna be so crazy, I swear.
Yeah, next year, man, I can't wait.
Yeah, we have like the new Switch model. We have Pokemon and Animal Crossing like unreleased.
Yeah. We still gotta wait for Smash this year though.
I know, and we're gonna get Smash DLC next year, so
that's we better. Imagine they're like, oh yeah, we don't have plans for DLC right now.
No, they're so money hungry.
I mean, they might say that. They might say that, but like they're definitely lying if they say it.
Oh yeah, of course,
yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. They're going like they've done with every game. It's like,
All right, so I guess the last thing here before we take viewer questions is just some information about Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But this actually isn't really all about the game, rather, but it's more just about the interview with Mr. Masuda and just his kind of thoughts on how he feels about the Pokemon fans in general. And I just found it really interesting. So I don't have the whole interview. I just have like the big points that we can talk about here. And I guess we can just start with the first one. So the thing is, they asked like, why is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee so simple, like compared to like previous Pokemon games? where you've got like these hard battles and strength puzzles and all that stuff. And this game just looks all cute and cuddly, and it's very simple. And he says that they wanted to focus on this game to kids, and they wanted this game to be very appealing to kids. And they noticed that kids just play mobile games a lot right now, and mobile games are like really colorful and attractive and get kids to play them, but they have to be hooked on them within a few minutes, otherwise they'll just put them down and like switch to some other game. So that's why they were like, we had to make a game that's simple so that the kids could progress through it really easily, and then that way they can still continue playing the game. And if we gave them like a puzzle right away, they'd be frustrated and not want to do it. So I don't know how you guys feel about his stance on that. Like, do you agree with that? Because
one thing I'm gonna say is that if Ruffled was here,
oh, he would go off right now. Bro.
You would hear some breathing in the microphone here.
We wouldn't get to speak for like the next 40 minutes.
Yeah. I mean, that statement though was kind of off, in my opinion. It's.
You know what's sad about that statement is it sounds like he's being genuinely honest. Like, I don't think he's saying that to cover anything up. I feel like he's actually being serious about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you'd think that he's maybe just covering for something like I know that I am aware I don't really do Pokemon for those of you who are watching. I don't really do Pokemon too much, but I am aware that a lot of people are kind of disappointed with the Let's Go games, and they think that it's really strange, like a strange deal. And that's why I believe that he's being genuinely honest with this one. It's just like, okay. I mean, I do understand that kids are doing their mobile games and whatnot, but I mean, the Switch is not a mobile device in that regard. Like, it's not, don't treat the game like an app. You should be treating it like a full game. That's kind of what the Switch is meant for.
Like, you don't have to dumb down the game for kids to enjoy it. You just don't. Like, there's plenty of proof of that. Like, Zelda Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey both sold extremely well. A lot of those sales were probably from children, and and everyone loves them. And they're not these simple mobile games. They're very complex. So
Nintendo's really thinking about these little toddlers again, because the way they make it sound like, oh, these little kids, they play their mobile games on their cell phones. It's like they're talking about, like, I swear their demographic for this game in this case is got to be like ages 3 to like 7. Because like most kids, even like most kids that I see, they have 3DSs, they do have Switches. I'm not saying that they don't play on cell phones at all. They do, but like the only kids that strictly play on phones are like toddlers all the way up until maybe like age 10, and then even like, or that's pushing a little bit, maybe like age 6 or 7.
It doesn't, it's not true like what he was saying. I don't.
So you were talking about Ruffled earlier. He actually DM'd me. He said he's feeling sick and his throat is hurting, so that's why he's not here.
Oh.
So yeah, hopefully he feels better.
Get well soon.
Yeah. But the next thing that was in the interview that I found pretty interesting was he was talking about like the post game, and I don't know if you guys saw the recent trailer about like the master trainers in the game. I don't know.
Looks fun.
Yeah, it looks all right, but like, how do you guys feel about it? Like, I'm not like super hyped for it, or it's like
it's no like Battle Frontier or Pokemon World Tournament or anything exciting like that. It's just fun thing that we're gonna get some amusement out of, but it's not gonna make us just change our view forever. Like, it's not.
And the thing I think that we can say is, to be honest, I'm just happy that there is something to do like in the post game. I was really expecting like once you become champion, there just isn't anything else besides completing the Pokedex.
Yeah, at least it's something.
So like I wasn't expecting there to be a lot of post game anyway, so I'm just happy there's something.
Yeah.
The next thing was they asked about if Pokemon could ever be an open world game like Super Mario Odyssey or Zelda Breath of the Wild, and he pretty much said he didn't like confirm or deny anything, but he said it's still on the cards and it just depends on like how they feel about it as a team.
Yeah, I really hope they do that. Please, please.
Like, I'm telling you, like, I feel like it's definitely possible they can make a game like that. Just the thing is, to make an open world game, they need a lot of people, and Game Freak's team is small. Like, they don't have the amount of people that they need to make.
They can take that time if they want to. Just make
exactly.
a good game.
Like, they could make a Pokemon Breath of the Wild. It would just take like 4 to 5 years for them to develop, and then people would be mad.
And I'll be fine with that.
I don't have a problem, bro. I can wait till 2024 if I can get an amazing game.
Exactly. I want to know that a good Pokemon game is coming, then that we're not.
Yeah.
Because right now, I feel like we're kind of, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest problem with Pokemon and why I don't really do it is the fact that there's so many Pokemon games every other year. And we see Pokemon, we always see remakes. It's always usually remakes. And this is like the 19th freaking time we've seen a remake of Red and Blue and, you know, and it's just the thing. And how do I word this? They're making them so often to where it's like, you know, I kind of wish they would slow down, take a look at the series. Let's update a little bit more than just simply adding some new Pokemons and maybe one new gimmick. And that's the reason why I haven't been playing anything, because to me, it's just been all the same, but with just a few minor twists. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't mind the remakes, but like what I would probably go for is like make per generation and one main game and get rid of the third versions. But I know they won't do that because they make so much money. But that's what I would prefer. And I just want it to feel more like an event for a Pokemon game, like the Mario and Zelda feel like.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing for sure.
I personally just believe that they need to slow down, take a look at the series, and decide how are we going to expand this and make it even better than it already is.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to have to think about something in the near future, bro, because we're going to get close to, I think, after the next generation, we're going to be close to 1,000 Pokemon. Like, they can't just keep it going on forever. I don't think they will. Like, they're going to have to do something. Like, I can't imagine, like, in 20 years from now, like, Pokemon 2,642. Like,
I'm still waiting for that.
You just randomly reminded me of that quote where Obama said that Pokemon's going to last forever. Like, it'll never go away.
Bro, I saw that. Like, people were tweeting that to me, and they were like, Obama said he doesn't care about Pokemon. And that was crazy.
He's like, I don't care about Pokemon, but that doesn't mean it's never going to play. So
but that was targeted towards like the millennial group anyway. So he purposely like said something with Pokemon. But really, like, Obama let me down, man. But yeah, the next thing that was mentioned in this interview was they asked if there was the possibility of like a Johto region Pokemon Let's Go game in the future, and he kind of said like. He laughed in the interview, and then he said if the fans enjoy Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and the feedback seems positive, they could consider having a Johto Let's Go style game in the future. So
was that was Pokemon Gold and Silver's region, right?
So they were saying like they could make like a kiddie version of Gold and Silver, like what we have right now. Which
will be worse than Heart Gold and Soul Silver now.
Definitely, it would be.
Yeah.
But I mean, see, the thing about this though that I would be fine with is if they're treating this as like a main series game for a completely different audience that's like kids, but like they have like a Let's Go game that comes out every couple of years as well. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's kind of like, I feel like this would be like the new Super Mario Bros. Games and then like the Super Mario games that are like 3D and 2D, where they're both still main series Mario games. Like, you're still trying to save Peach at the end. It's still the same game, but you've got two completely different audiences. Like, some people just hate the 3D Mario games, and some people only like the platformers where they're like side scrolling. So it would be kind of like that. Like, some people just don't like the Let's Go like games at all, and then some people like just the main series like hardcore games.
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in playing these Let's Go games. I can't wait to see like how I enjoy them, since there's so much controversy.
That's also the
thing. I feel like they look really fun. Like, I know there's a lot of issues, but I think that they're going to be really fun.
Yeah, that's the thing. I have to play the game and then get my thoughts on it before I can say if I would like a Johto version of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't seem that bad. Like, I wouldn't have a problem if they want to do like a new generation and then they have like a remake or like the second version or like whatever of that, then have a Let's Go game and then have a next new generation, you know?
Yeah.
It would just be like they would have to put out a game every year. I don't know if they can handle that because they take breaks usually.
It kind of gives you like an excuse to go back to have like a second remake. So like you can have a second remake of Home and a second remake of already got remake of Kanto, which I don't mind. Like I don't mind going back to Kanto. It's so
exactly.
good. But yeah. So that would be kind of nice because sometimes I feel like the remakes end up becoming more like outdated, and I would like to see them like visually at least they become outdated, and I would love to see them upgraded. Like Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire already look kind of bad, and like I would love to see Hone remade in like HD.
Exactly. But
yeah.
Were you saying something, Ghostly?
I was gonna ask Zach, you played I'm assuming you played the Let's Go games at E3, did you?
No, the line was way too crazy.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, that's
no. I wish I wanted to so bad, but the line was.
How did you like the demo? Because I didn't get to play it. And I just kept lining up for Smash Bros.
Okay, let's be real. Like we would all think about playing both of those, but as soon as you get there, you just play Smash the whole time.
Huh?
You cut up.
I said let's be real. Like if we were both thinking about playing those games, you would go there and just play Smash the whole time anyway.
We would just play Smash the whole time, yeah.
Yeah. Like I mean that's what I would do, and I'm like a big Pokemon fan.
Because I mean, surprisingly at E3, the lines for Smash Bros were actually very, very short.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't terrible. I was able to play it.
Yeah, I played it I played the game about 5 times, and every time it only took me like 30 minutes to get there, if that.
Yeah. So that's
anyways.
Not bad. But yeah, I mean, like I wouldn't have a problem where like. You know, in 2018 we get Let's Go, 2019 we get Gen 8, then 2020 we get Diamond and Pearl remakes, and then we get a Let's Go Johto game before Gen 9.
Yeah.
So it would just be a lot of work on Game Freak. They'd have to consistently be putting out games, but if they could handle it, I don't have an issue.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
All right. Well, let me see what else was in that interview. What else?
We have the rivals aren't jerks anymore.
Oh yes, this actually pissed me off, bro, when I saw it. Anymore. Yeah. So they interviewed him about why like your rivals aren't like mean and like jerks in Pokemon games anymore, because if you haven't noticed, all the recent rivals are like your friends. They're like your like they're your acquaintance throughout the game. There's no longer like
good.
Yeah, there's no longer like those rivals who are like I'm gonna do better than you or smell you later. None of those rivals anymore. And he said the reasoning,
that'd be awesome.
Like the reasoning just makes no sense. He said they don't have those types of rivals anymore because players don't accept those personalities as much.
Oh my god, get out of here.
That makes no sense, bro.
Because oh man, I want to say stuff, but I don't want to. I want to censor myself right now.
I know, me too.
So, like, oh my goodness, they need to shut the flip up.
Like, I just don't understand. If anything, people would probably be more accepting of those types of personalities now.
It's kind of funny because it's the same with Animal Crossing right now too. It's like there's no more bullying or anything like that.
I was gonna say that the characters are so nice. The characters back in the day were so mean sometimes. Like the things they would do to you.
Didn't you say like there was something where like the guy would make you delete something, or you were talking about that? I forget what it was.
Yeah, or Rossetti would like make you say something bad about yourself or something.
Oh, and Rossetti would pretend to delete your game as well. Do you remember that?
Yeah. they like those Animal Crossing devs. Dang, now they're all nice. Like dang.
It's just like you want to relate to some of these characters. You wish that some of them would just bully you and everything, but they're so family friendly and look at this nice person. He's so nice. You should be friends with each other. Yeah. Everybody's a winner, and that's not only Game Freak apparently, but Nintendo does that so much too. And that's why I'm so glad that Mario Party is kind of going back to the roots and not it's not to go off topic or anything, but it's just it seems like game companies are so afraid to make these characters that you just want to hate. You just want to think that they're just a-holes. But they don't allow it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it would make it a fun dynamic because then you could, if you had an annoying like mean villager, then you could like hit them on the head with the net and like push them in a pitfall.
Yeah, that was great.
And then they'd move out eventually because they were tired of it.
I think the biggest thing about me with Animal Crossing, why I hated villagers nowadays, even though they're so nice, is when but I think they patched this out now, but when they used to move on top of my pathways, I'd get so pissed off.
The last thing on here is actually like the only thing I guess you could say about like actual news, where if you remember that brand new Pokemon that was shown last month, Meltan, we actually know now it's going to have an evolution. It's called Melmetal, which I don't really like that name that much, but
that's such a weird name.
Yeah, I saw someone on Twitter saying that the name should have been Mel Titan. That would have sounded so much cooler, dude.
What would be the name?
Mel Titan.
Mel Titan. Oh, that's cool.
Like Mel Titan, like you know.
Yeah, that would be better.
It just sounds like it too. It sounds better because it looks like the name would fit it.
Yeah, you know what it looks like to me so much. Like I don't know if I'm the only one, but it reminds me of like a new. Like it looks like a Reggie Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't it?
I didn't know what you said.
Oh, yeah, it looks like a Reggie, like part of the Reggie Pokemon, like Regigigas, Reggie Rock, Reggie Steel, Regice, or Reggie Ice, how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't it remind you, or is it just me?
No, I can see it because of like the shoulders and everything.
Yeah, it gives off that vibe, like it's kind of a cousin of like the Reggie.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a picture of it so then I can put it on stream. But it's an interesting design. The thing about this is it's the first mythical Pokemon that's actually going to have an evolution.
That's pretty cool.
Because this is a mythical Pokemon, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So the mythical is going to have an evolution.
Huge too. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like he's just gonna get. It's so cute though. He's like.
Yep. So I just got a picture of it on stream. So there it is.
Yeah.
So interesting design. I kind of like it. I mean, I think it's been proven it's going to be a Gen 7 Pokemon. So it looks cool.
So we still know nothing about Gen 8. That's pretty.
Yeah, and the thing about this that people were able to tell me on Twitter, which I realized, is we're technically not going to know this thing's ability until Gen 8 because there's no abilities in Let's Go.
Man.
So we don't know what its ability is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, I'm thinking too, like, just with Gen 8 and like Smash Brothers, like, I wonder if Incineroar was cut because like they're gonna put a Gen 8 Pokemon in the game for DLC next. Like, if that
I would much rather have that. Much rather.
Yeah, I would rather have that too. Like, that would be way better.
I don't know. Incineroar seemed like such a weird thing because everybody, from what I understand, wanted Decidueye, and then all of a sudden, everybody expected Incineroar for some reason. What was the reasoning behind that?
Because Verkaben came out and said that Decidueye wasn't like that Incineroar would be the character, and it kind of makes sense because it's Masuda's favorite Pokemon, and Masuda's kind of the guy that has influence on what Pokemon gets into Smash. Because Sakurai asked him like, "Hey, what Pokemon should I put in?" And that's how Greninja got it. So people were thinking like, "Okay, so this is Masuda's favorite Pokemon." And on top of that, Verkaben, who's like the most reliable Smash leaker so far, is saying Incineroar is gonna be an okay. Incineroar is definitely Decidueye is dead.
Yeah, Incineroar seems like a cool choice. Incineroar seems like a cool choice, but I'd still want Decidueye because I feel like a more dynamic, better moveset could be made with him.
Yeah,
but I guess that's just me.
The second thing is just also that Decidueye was already in Pokken. So maybe some
that's the only thing I can think of too. Like
he already got into one fighting game, so now give someone else.
Yeah, well, we've never seen Incineroar in action.
Hey, but that didn't stop Pikachu from making it twice inside of Pokken. So,
but that's different. That's the mascot. Like that's stuff.
Yeah. But I think that'll do it for all the stuff that we have. Like I said, it was a slow month. We didn't have a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. And honestly, if that Smash League didn't happen, I couldn't imagine what we would talk about this episode. Like,
yeah, this would have been the most boring thing.
There's literally nothing. I think like most people probably didn't even show up to this episode because they were just like, man, what are they going to talk about?
I haven't looked. Is there like a low viewership right now?
I don't know. Probably like 40 to 50. That's usually how many people
45.
watch. Yeah.
46.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. All right. But I guess the best part about low viewers is we might actually be able to answer a lot more of your questions. But so the first thing is we have the questions from the Discord. So I'm gonna like look for the ones that started this month. All right, so the first one on October 4th. So that's when it starts here. Mama Luigi asked, "What is your opinion on the new game Town from Game Freak?"
I think it looks all right. I don't really care about it though.
Yeah,
what's the game name?
This was the one that was shown in the direct in September, like that new Game Freak game.
I honestly don't even remember.
All right,
sorry.
Zach, see if you can find a picture. I'm gonna pull it up.
I barely even remember what happened in the last direct because the only things that I remember is Isabelle, Animal Crossing, and Luigi's Mansion and Final Fantasy, and that's it.
Yeah, we got like that blackout hype from Animal Crossing, like where it blurred everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see if I can.
All right, here's a picture.
Oh, did you send it in the?
Yeah, here you go.
All right, let me just.
I'm gonna look through the questions and then.
Yeah, read the next question after that one. So while I put that up on screen, you can.
Okay. Is it since I'm gonna go? Is it all right if I do a light leave?
If you do a what?
A lightning round and just answer all these real quick and then leave.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah. And then I guess me and Ghostly Gaming will talk for a little bit, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream too.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kami Oni says, when they were talking about the HM in your current video, do you think they're... Okay, so this is probably for Aero, so you can want. Do you think they're going to get rid of HMs altogether and stay with the Pokemon helpers like Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon?
It was for me?
Well, they said your current video, so I think that'll be
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, like, in terms of HMs, I kind of like what they did with Ultra Sun and Moon. Just have, like, ride Pokemon be able to control that. So hopefully they decide to do that. But
yeah, I think that's going to become a staple now.
Yeah, they don't want to have, like, the old, like, memories of you actually, like, teaching it to your Pokemon and then being able to, like, not forget the move and all that stuff.
Yeah. Like, obviously, I'm not loving a lot of the streamlining but this is one of those things that's good. Like,
I put a picture of I put a picture of town on the screen so you can see it now.
Cool.
This is
the game.
I'm looking at the gameplay real quick to see.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Someone said, do you think they will improve the online service in 2019 if you logically how it will, and if no, talk about why Nintendo won't improve its online service? I think it'll improve slightly, but not very much. I don't think there's going to be any drastic changes, and I say that because I think that Nintendo they always kind of update things a little bit. It's going to be a bit better, basically, but they're not going to make big changes because they don't really listen that much. In terms of, maybe we'll surprise us.
I could see them adding more like NES games again.
That's what I was going to say. Like, maybe we'll get like Super Nintendo games online, but not going to see any. It's just not going to happen in my. So that's my stance.
I think the biggest thing with them is I know for a fact that they're never gonna leave that stupid app that they should never have even created to begin with. They're never gonna never gonna have like true voice chat minus like third-party games that have already done it themselves because Nintendo doesn't listen. I believe that most of the games, unfortunately, are going to continue to be peer-to-peer. I don't believe we're gonna get servers for a lot of games. I'm hoping Smash Bros. Isn't one of those games, but I wouldn't be too surprised if they cheap out again and use peer-to-peer. But I personally believe
maybe he'll be awesome and like be like, we gotta do this. We come on, guys. The fans are demanding it because this is the ultimate game. So hope we'll see. Yeah.
Like I could honestly see them in like the Smash Direct, like talking about voice chat and then like showing the app and all of that. Like that's just gonna be terrible.
Yo, I know it's gonna be.
Yeah, I know for a fact they're not going to ditch that stupid app, so I've already kind of given up on their online service and having.
Basically, it's going to be like 1% better because there will be like Super Nintendo games, maybe, but that's it. It's not going to get better. The next question is thoughts on Shantae's chance of Smash never going to happen. But I'm not. I don't want to be mean though. Like if you want this character, like because he has a frowny face in there, like he's sad that she's not in, but she's like ever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I've heard that she's been pretty big since Smash Wii U. If anything, if she ever does manage to get in, she's gonna be like DLC. But I don't think
way more characters that'll be way higher priority, like Sora or like Gino. Gino doesn't like. There's so many characters.
Yeah, there's a lot more characters.
It's just that not
way on top.
The way that I see it, I see Shantae being like an assist trophy with Shovel Knight. Like I feel like that just makes the most sense. But if they ever came to the point where they told Sakurai like pick an indie character as a playable fighter, he will definitely pick Shantae.
Pick who?
Shantae.
Oh, I mean Steve though. I mean Steve would make more sense, just because he would sell more.
Steve, who's Steve from Minecraft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Steve an indie though?
I mean, he was originally. He represents the story now. He's owned by a big like multi-billion, but like he started out as an indie character, so maybe he would want that to represent. Yeah, it is, but yeah, I don't see it happening. Maybe with the next, I see no happening. I don't want to say like never say never because like so many things have happened that would like seem impossible.
Exactly.
Already,
like
so I'm not gonna say never,
Bros.
but I'm gonna say very tiny. Okay, so for the next question, Gen 6 had Mega Evolutions. Gen 7 had Z. What do you think Gen 8, the Gen 8 game changer, will be? And do you think Gen 8 will have what you can only use. Oh, you can only use it like once. Okay, so he's saying like you can like Mega Evolutions, you can only use it once. So what will be that once per battle, basically? I don't know. I think they might bring back Mega Evolutions.
I mean, they were cool. I want them to bring them back.
Yeah, I think that's what they'll do. I think they'll probably make a return to Mega Evolutions, and there will probably be other gimmicks, but I don't think that it'll relate to like battle too much.
I hope they don't do the gimmick that people talk about where like you fuse with your Pokemon.
You fuse with your Pokemon?
Like you know how like in the anime there was like that Ash Greninja?
Ash Greninja?
Yeah, where like you fuse like Ash fused with the Greninja, like how like
That's
they have
crazy.
Special Pokemon where you fuse with them like your trainer. Like,
oh wow.
I don't want that to happen.
Yeah, but that does sound like something that could happen.
Yeah,
I guess.
Like I don't know. It just doesn't sound cool.
Yeah. And someone said, do you think, and then they also said, do you think Gen 8 will have gym island trials or something completely? I think we'll go back to, I don't think there will be island trials.
Yeah, there has to be gyms, bro. Like
we already went back to gyms with Let's Go, so
yeah,
like
it'll
I think
be
it's
gyms.
safe to
They literally said the game is like one that many fans have waited for. It's like a traditional game. It's gonna be gyms.
Yeah, for sure. The island trials were just something to try new with Gen 7. That never really caught on in my opinion. Yeah. So we'll definitely be going back to gyms.
And
Sour. What?
Yeah, and I said Masuda even said that trials were like a one-time thing for the Alola.
A one-time thing? Yeah. Bulbasaur said, what are 3 characters or more you wanted to see in the Smash League and didn't show up? And he put Shadow for Smash. I'm already good, dude. I don't care. Like,
yeah, bro, there's no characters that I would like die for.
What was the question?
Yeah, I got Isabelle. Like
what are 3 characters that aren't in the league that you still want in Smash?
3 characters. Damn, Banjo-Kazooie is already there, so 90% of my roster is already filled.
That's what I would say. After
Skull Kid is missing. Skull Kid, I'd love to see. Sora is also another one I would like to see, but I know that's not going to happen. At least actually not before DLC.
Yeah, DLC probably. I'm good. I don't need any.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with this roster.
I was already satisfied after K. Rool, bro. Like,
yeah,
I don't need.
Like, even if this league is fake, I'm happy because like I got the new Animal Crossing rep and all that. So, and this league is so perfect. Like, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it in my opinion. It's just so good. So yeah, we're good. Someone said Ghost Rider Creep said, "Is Steve coming to Smash?" I mean, it could happen. Absolutely. In my opinion, that leak kind of like if it's true, it kind of makes his chances higher because like Microsoft is working with Nintendo and you have Banjo, and then we had talk of like a Minecraft stage already. So I mean, maybe they were working on DLC for like, Steve. Whatever. I would give it like
I just don't see it little chance. I think that I just personally don't see it. I don't know. I just don't see it. It's just
we'll see. I think it could be a DLC weird thing, but
I just don't see Steve at all.
I could see a Minecraft stage if that sounds weird, but not like, and maybe an assist trophy. But
I could see.
I don't see.
I could see like I could see a diamond pickaxe or sword or something as an item that you pick up.
That would be fun. An assist trophy too, with like Chris blowing you up or something.
Yeah, it could be like a creeper assist trophy or something like that.
Mm-hmm. But he could be a character. Like I wouldn't rule it out. I don't know. Like someone mentioned this, which is actually a pretty good point. Is that like with Minecraft, like what makes it so special isn't really the characters, it's the world, because it's like this endless world that you can like build upon, which would make which would be represented better as a stage. Because you would have this endless world like as a stage maybe, and you would go like into all the different locations from the game. But Steve, I don't know. Like I see it for sure. I wouldn't put it out. All right. So the next thing is from Rat says, do you think we'll have a direct for Let's Go before November 6th? I think that's when it comes. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, they've been releasing so many trailers. Like, I don't see a point in it unless there's like some really crazy stuff to talk about.
Yeah, I think like that game is so predictable in terms of what we can expect that there's nothing for them to
like
show.
you notice they didn't even in a direct. Like they did a press event. They didn't do a Pokemon Direct.
Yeah.
And they always announce game Pokemon Direct. So I think that really shows that, like, I think we're just gonna get trailers and stuff, and then there's gonna be a launch trailer, and we'll get it. I don't see a Direct. I mean, it would be fine, I guess. I wouldn't be excited for it though.
I wouldn't even see what you could possibly like talk about in a Pokemon Direct. I'm sure we know almost everything about the game as is already.
Yeah,
so.
they release info every week now, like. So, yeah. And then they said, "Do you think Let's Go has the potential to become its own series with games based on every region?" Yeah, like Masuda even said it has potential. So yeah. Then GG said, "How do all of you feel about each of the characters' chances in the leak?" Well, I think that they're all equal, basically. Like, in terms of this leak, like if it's going to be true or not. Like if it's fake, then I don't see a lot of these happening.
I think he's asking, like, in terms of like, just forget about the leak. Like, what are the chances? Of
I was going to say that.
Like, if they're going to get in regardless. See, I don't know. Because like the thing is, if this is wrong, then I see Ben and like those leakers being right, and they're all saying that there's Incineroar and Ken, which would mean Ken would be the only guy that like really has the strongest chance.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll set all leaks aside, and I'll say that Ken has the highest shot of anyone, and then Shadow has a pretty decent chance. Like I would say 50-50, maybe 60-40 with him.
Yeah, 60-40.
Because like 60-40, I'll go with because his assist trophy's been missing, and he's like literally so perfect as an actor.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
If for me,
what?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
For Gino, I would say has a 50-50 shot, but has a very strong chance of being DLC if he's not in the base game, because he's part of that trinity of like K. Rool, Ridley, and him. I don't see why he wouldn't be in if like the others are in, because they're listening very closely. So 50-50 right now, but a stronger chance as DLC, like literally like 80% to 90% as DLC. Mock Rider, if this leak is not real, I don't know. He's so random.
I could see that being like that. No, I could see it being like that retro like character that no one sees coming.
Yeah. I would say like a pretty. I don't think I could rate it because it's something Sakurai would do, but nothing's really been talking about that, there's been no mention of Banjo-Kazooie, a very strong, I would say, like as DLC, if they're not in the base game, like very strong chance, like 70% as DLC, because they actually are a very strong base of people for them to be in the game.
Yeah,
and it's all up to Sakurai too, because everyone else is okay with it. Rare's okay, and
exactly
Phil Spencer, everyone. So
yeah. What else? The Chorus Kids, they have a little bit of a chance because there's data left over in Smash 4 that shows they might have been planned to be playable. Yeah. So
they were rumored in Smash 4 days.
So pretty good chance for them as well.
Chorus Kids are such a weird decision though. Like I've never played a Rhythm Heaven game, but what the hell could they do?
I would. They're so weird that I want them to be playable. I love those weird characters, but yeah, they would definitely be my pick. Yeah, like seeing three different characters and one. Yes, and even having a little conductor in like the background, like telling them what to do. That would be so funny. So the Chorus Kid, like all of these characters, really, I think have a pretty good shot. I would say the lowest chance would be Mock Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he doesn't really have a strong base of people asking for him. He's gonna go based on fan demand. Then there's just way more characters that would be in first, probably. Yeah.
The next question here was.
Oh, Isaac. We forgot Isaac.
Oh yeah, about him. You didn't mention him. I feel like he still has a good chance.
Yeah, he has a really good chance as well. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, Isaac has a strong base, but it's not as big as like the Banjo and Geno and like that kind of crowd. But it's still pretty big. So we'll have to see how. I would put him below like Banjo and Geno though in terms of chances. So, yeah. All right, now we can move on. Do you think Gen 8? Oh no, let's say Nintendo brings Virtual Console to the Switch. What games would you want for the Switch Virtual Console? I want GameCube games, and I want Mario Sunshine, and Pokemon Coliseum and XD.
Yeah, give me Mario 64. Give me Ocarina of Time. Give me Smash Melee.
Wait, and I want F-Zero GX and Chibi Robo. Custom Robo or whatever it was called on the GameCube. I've never played that game, but it looks like I would love it.
Mm-hmm.
So GameCube games, like, dude, why did they do that with the Wii U, where they had literally Wii games, but not GameCube games, where you could already play Wii games, still made a Wii virtual console instead of the game.
I
Why?
have no idea. That's such a good question.
Yeah, so I just want GameCube to come back. That's my, because it's obviously like I named my Nintendo system, so I really want that GameCube virtual console. I miss those days so much. Like there were so many weird games that they don't make games like that now.
Exactly.
Nope.
Better or worse, depending on people's perspectives. But I love those days. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what about any of you?
I already said which games I would want.
Yeah, Ghostly Ghoul.
Honestly, I'm not really too sure, to be honest. There's so many of them that I could think of that I'm just not sure what to really point out.
Well, you probably definitely.
I would love Game Boy.
You would want Game Boy ones?
I would want Game Boy Advance, and I would want to like be able to play like the Pokemon Emerald and have an online multiplayer on it, so you could play like online with your friends.
I just want GameCube back, man. I really just want GameCube back. That's the biggest one for me.
Yeah, like so many games, like F-Zero. Like,
yeah,
it had the last F-Zero game basically. Like, dang.
Yep.
Chibi Robo, like the last good, like it had Super Mario Sunshine, which is so different from the rest of the 3D Mario game. Love it for that. But
the next thing that someone said was from Dark Forest SJ, who says, "Have you guys played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet?"
Wait, I think you missed the Gen 8.
Oh, my bad. There's one question before it who said, "Do you think Gen 8 will be a game changer like one of the Pokemon games in the past?"
I think so.
Yeah,
I personally believe it should. It probably will be.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the first main series Pokemon game, like a whole new region in HD on the Switch with so much power that's available to them compared to the 3DS. Like, there's a lot of potential.
So I think it's gonna
happen. But yeah, the next question after that: have you guys played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet?
And nope.
No, bro. That game came out literally yesterday.
I'm honestly not interested in it, but like everyone else.
I'll wait for it to come out on PC before I ultimately decide on whether or not I'm going to purchase it or try it out.
So like 2 years.
I'm just not interested. Don't care.
Yeah.
All right.
Alex said...
Oh, yeah, they said...
What?
Oh, I just wanted to... This guy said Isaac has a huge fan base in Europe. Like, okay.
Right.
But like in the America and Japan...
I feel like Isaac is already kind of in, though, because of that whole item that came, you know?
Because of what?
Like the item that leaked, apparently, from like one of the videos.
Oh, we did see that.
Yeah.
About that.
I think that just about confirms him, to be honest.
Like,
which means the leak is real.
No, Isaac is in, but the leak isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like such a small chance. Maybe, but we'll see. Isaac would be such a unique fighter, though. Like, I played like a bit of Golden Sun, but I know what Isaac can do. Like, he could make earthquakes on the field. He could do things no Smash character can do. He would be amazing.
Yeah.
So, all right. So Alex now, he said that I want to play Let's Go, so I'm going to buy a Switch next month. That's cool. But will I need to upgrade when the new Switch comes out in 2019? No, I don't think the next Switch is going to be this essential thing that you need, and it's going to alienate everyone that has the normal Switch. It's probably going to be a slight
definitely think if it's a more powerful Switch, there's probably going to be a few games on it that will be exclusive to the new Switch. But
maybe third party. I don't see Nintendo doing that.
I believe
few games like that on the new 3DS. Like I think Xenoblade you can only play on the new one, and
but that was like much later into the 3DS life cycle, right? Or
yeah. But I mean, we're going off thinking that the Switch next year is going to be the more powerful one.
Yeah. I don't know. But like for me personally, I would now. It's like there's so much good stuff out on. Like you miss out on Pokemon, you miss out on Smash. If you don't care about any of the games except Let's Go, then maybe wait, because then you'll get Gen 8 and Let's Go. And you can play Let's Go while you wait for Gen 8 next year with like a new Switch that's way better. It depends on what you want, but there's such an amazing library of games out that I would wait to get it right.
And then the last one that we have here is from SSBM Edgar, who says, Do you guys have high expectations for Gen 8?
Yes and no. Like, I've been so disappointed that that I'm like, okay, are they really? I don't see them craziness, but at the same time, it's the first HD home console Pokemon game, so I expect a lot. It's kind of mixed.
Yeah,
like I
just
could
want it
see
to be
them
like
messing
a normal
up.
game, like just the normal game with like how we've been used to, where you go around beating an evil team, getting 8 gym badges and stuff. But I also want them to do new things with like the Switch's power and like being able to make games look nice, maybe like moving the camera with the right joystick and stuff like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I just want because in my opinion, like the Pokemon games, they've still been good, but ever since like the 3DS era, it's just been a little underwhelming. I want to like get that feeling that I got from all the previous Pokemon games.
I want that feeling of X and Y hype again.
That X and Y hype was legendary.
Like X and
I mean,
Y,
the game kind of like underwhelmed.
Yeah, but the
said
hype
and done,
for that was
but that
ridiculous.
hype, that was real.
Like,
yeah.
Like I was way more hyped for X and Y than I ever was for Sun and Moon.
Yeah, Sun and Moon were like, oh, cool, can't wait. But
like X and Y, bro, I remember
insane.
I remember not being able to sleep at night, just wondering like how the region was gonna be and how the new Pokemon was gonna look like. But,
like everything and like the website.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's like that. I want that type of game, like the game that's gonna keep me wondering, and like they don't spoil everything either, because that was another issue with what was it, Sun and Moon, where they showed like every single new Pokemon like right before the game came out. So
I know it kind of makes sense though, because they it's gonna leak anyway, so they're like, let's show it. Because then X and Y, that game got leaked, right? Didn't it?
Yeah, there was actually some guy in Canada who got a hold of the game early, and then
yeah, that was a disaster.
Yeah. And then the thing about this was that guy was very careless with how he uploaded leaks. Like he literally went to his Instagram and would like just upload like screenshots. So Nintendo actually sent like people to his house and like ordered him to give the game up. And then they demanded him to tell him what store sold him the game and threatened to sue the store too. So that was ridiculous. I remember that, bro.
Those ninjas.
Yeah, I remember that. But I think someone just asked a question, so I guess this will be the last one, and then we can take 1 or 2 from the chat, and then we'll probably wrap up the stream.
Okay, so what's a dead franchise that you want Nintendo to bring back?
So he's talking about a Nintendo franchise then, right?
Yeah. Okay. If I'm being honest, I don't really care about any franchises dead. What I would really want is just for them to bring back something from Mario. I would like a Super Mario Sunshine. I know that's Mario, but like Sunshine, they haven't done anything with since that game, so I'd like a Sunshine.
Yeah, I think the answer a lot of people would want is probably like an F-Zero game.
Yeah, I just don't care about F-Zero. I don't like. I'm just being blatantly honest about like most of the franchises that are Nintendo. I just don't care.
I think the thing is, there's so many people probably right now who don't even know about anything F-Zero related, because the only thing they know about Captain Falcon is from him being in Smash.
Yeah.
So
they should totally bring back F-Zero for the people that want it. I just don't.
But I think that'll be it. We'll take a few from the chat. So if the chat has any questions, you can ask us now. We're reading the YouTube chat now. And then after that, we can just wrap up the stream. There isn't really anything else to talk about. Like I said, it was a slow month. Not really a lot of stuff. If that Smash League didn't happen, we would be done this podcast in like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So
are there any good questions in that chat? Are we going to leave?
Yeah, man, I got to do work. So if there's no questions in the YouTube chat, we can wrap up.
Yeah. And I got to go get some stuff.
Yeah, I'll wait like a minute or so. If none come in, we can just wrap up the stream.
Yeah, looks like that might be it.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pulling
Chat is very static right now.
Yeah, this was a slow month, and this podcast was very strange.
Yeah,
not in a bad way. But
Nintendo Night, is this a you thing or is this a Nintendo News thing? I think you're asking like, what is it basically? Well, it's like a podcast where we talk about all the news that's happened for Nintendo this month.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you think Gen 8 will be game changing? We already answered that. Do you want a new Castlevania game for the Switch?
That'd be dope. I would love that.
I feel like with Simon and all of that, like they could definitely get a lot of promotion, and they should do that.
Yeah.
or even like just the Castlevania collection game on the Switch.
Yep.
Do you think that the Grinch Smash leak is real or fake?
We're leaning towards real, but it could
we're
be very well fake.
Real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, ready for Bayonetta 3? I guess so.
Yeah, I need to see some gameplay.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I love Bayonetta 2, but the first, I don't know, I don't know. The first one kind of. Meh.
Have you seen the video of the Smash stand that has Grinch posters on it?
That
Video
has the
of
Grinch,
what?
yeah.
There's a video.
There was a stand in the
at
London Comic-Con, yeah.
I just looked at the Twitter posts of the pictures of that.
Yep. Yeah, I posted about it. Good stuff. Okay.
So yeah, that's
also
pretty cool.
Another weird thing is like that. Like this is literally just coincidence. It doesn't mean anything, but it's like so weird. Like the Grinch, or the date of the Smash Bros. Direct is like November 8th that everyone's saying, and that's the day that the Grinch live action movie came out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
What the frick, dude? Why is there so much coincidences with the Grinch, man?
I know, it's so weird. So yeah,
Grinch is just all over Smash Bros.
I know,
dude. I love seeing all the memes like on the promotion post that they put for the
movie. I know.
Every reply is just like how the Grinch stole like Smash Bros. Roster.
Yeah.
Like,
have you seen the one with the Sakurai post? Like it goes like, and the little Sakurai says, "Why must you take away this hype?" or something like that.
Yeah.
I saw the one where like they made a rhyme and they were like, and that was when the little Smash imposter leaked the entire Smash roster or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have to say, like, the memes behind this are so powerful.
I love it.
Like it almost makes me like it almost makes me lean towards it being more just because of like what it's gotten.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just like so. Like, it's iconic. It's an iconic leak for sure.
Mm-hmm. Like, even if this leak is fake, it's going to go down, like, in the wiki as Grinch leak. Like, that's just amazing.
Yeah, it's going to be historical for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hope it ends up being real, because then we can laugh at all.
I think everybody wants it to be real. There's so many characters that meets everyone's demands pretty much, unless your expectation was something wild.
I know, if you're not satisfied with this, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, like, this is literally what everybody
there's no satisfying you do. Like, yeah.
But I guess that'll be it. I think we pretty much got all the other questions, so we can wrap up this stream. I guess we'll just go in order and sign off. So yeah, you guys can find me here on this channel, Aero. I talk about Pokemon news, Nintendo news, Smash Bros. I'm going to have a video up about Smash pretty soon, so you can look forward to that. You can follow me on Twitter at @ActualAeros if you want to be featured in videos. I usually take responses from people on Twitter and put them in my videos, so you can do that and go and follow me on Twitter. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Am I going to go next, or is it
closely? Yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys can find me and Game the Cube on both Twitter and YouTube. And yeah, so this was a slower month, but I think next month will be a really special podcast time.
Yeah, we're going to have a lot to talk about next
month. And then you guys can find me over at Ghostly Gaming on YouTube. And then you can also find me on Twitter at officialghostyg. Couldn't fit Ghostly G. I had to do Ghosty. So, yep, official Ghosty G on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. And what do you like? Are you going to talk about like what you talk about on your channel?
I do a lot of theory videos, a lot of discussion videos, gameplay videos, streams, all that type of jazz. Mainly Animal Crossing. So if you guys like Animal Crossing, then I think you guys will enjoy the channel.
I actually forgot to link you in the description, so I'm going to spam it in the chat right now. So yeah, go subscribe to him. Awesome channel. I love watching the Animal Crossing videos. So you guys should definitely go and watch him. And yeah, we will see you guys in the November episode. Hopefully we can get some good news to talk about, because this month we didn't really have that much stuff. And hopefully we can be joined by everyone else too. We can have like a full podcast.
Yeah.
Because this time around, I think, Ruffled was sick. I think PokeRaf said it was his birthday, so he wanted to go celebrate that with friends and all that. So hopefully we can get the full podcast next month. But yeah, that'll be it. We will see you guys next month. Bye.
All right, take care, guys.